Welcome back to the Sola San Diego podcast.
Hello.
I'm Andrew, and Haley is right next to me, and we have Erin on the podcast today.
Hello.
Episode number 5. Erin is a esthetician here in San Diego. She works at our Mission Valley Sola location, and we brought her on because she's a social media guru and a eyebrow guru as well. And she also just recently learned Reiki. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Reiki?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, perfect. And we just wanted to give her, to chat with her. She's an awesome person, so super excited.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is super exciting.
Yeah.
This is my first podcast, so I'm excited to be with you guys.
Awesome.
Oh, I'm kidding.
No pressure whatsoever.
Sweet. Well, I guess first we just kind of wanted to start with like a little bit of like your backstory, like what inspired you to get into becoming an esthetician, and then a little bit about your path to get where you are today.
Yeah, so I've been an esthetician for 9 years now, and I've specialized in brow artistry for the last 8 years. So beauty industry has just always interested me. Like even as a little girl, I was always doing makeup and my friends' makeup, and even at slumber parties, I was doing my friends' brows at like 13 years old. So I feel like I've kind of always had this path and always had it in me. So after I got my aesthetics license, I initially worked at a med spa, and I was mostly doing microabrasions and chemical peels and focusing on advanced treatments with skin. And I love skin so much, but there was something that just wasn't fully resonating. I didn't feel very creative or, like I was living my potential, I guess. So then I had a family friend that referred me to the Anastasia Brow Studio at Nordstrom Fashion Valley.
Okay.
And I walked in, the manager hired me on the spot, and that's how I got introduced to brows, and I just fell in love with it. So
Love it.
I didn't know they did brows in Nordstrom.
I know. Yeah, what was that like?
yeah, I mean, the studio, it was kind of tucked away, like over in the back, so not a ton of people knew it was there, but we were always so busy, so that was really cool. But that was a great foundation, learning the Anastasia method. She has a very particular method with measuring the brows based on the bone structure. That's how, I've created my own method as well, having that strong foundation. And it was just a really fun, fast-paced environment too. So I was there for almost 4 years.
4 years, wow.
And it's been officially 5 years this month that I've been a business owner.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I know.
And so you took some of those clients over from Nordstrom, and you were like, come across the street to Mission Valley. That works out.
Yes. I was really fortunate that most of my clients did follow me.
Perfect.
And that would be something that I would say to anybody who's fearful about starting their own business. It's not always the company that they're going to, it's truly the person.
Mm-hmm.
And my clients kept affirming that to me as well. They're like, Nordstrom is great, love going there, but I was going there for you specifically.
Yeah.
So that was a really big confidence booster also.
Yeah, I love that.
Definitely.
I also really like chatting with you guys and hearing like what services you started out with and like you didn't like, and then like which ones you ended up liking and following the path on. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I just really always enjoy you talked about the skincare stuff and how you didn't feel creative and you got into brows. So that's always like a fun thing to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I know. I still love working with skin too. So I think that's something that maybe you could evolve down the future.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
But I think that's what's so great about the beauty industry is that you can do anything at any point of your career and go back and receive more education and, kind of layer those things together. You're always learning.
Yeah, things are evolving so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much education for you guys, and I love it. I guess next, what made you decide you were ready for Sola, or was Sola your first or your next step after Nordstrom?
Sola was definitely always in our mindset for sure, but there just wasn't a studio available, so we kind of bopped around a little bit, just finding a place that we could be and we could work until we got into a Sola space.
Did you hear about it? Is that why you you hear really good things and then you were like, okay, I really want to be in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Sola is the way of the future in the beauty industry, just having as business owners, and having multiple studios, I think is so cool. I think in a lot of ways, a Sola studio could be like a storefront as well. I mean, the first couple places that we rented from, it was just a room inside somebody else's salon, and it still kind of felt like we were almost working for someone else, even though it was, you know, our own thing. So
Yeah.
going into Sola, I was like, wow, this is our space. This is our own business.
Yeah.
Super
You guys have a
exciting.
great spot too.
Yeah,
I love
our window.
Yeah, so nice.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you go.
Well, I was just gonna ask, like, who do you work with? Who's your partner?
One of my girlfriends and I, we share the
Nice.
studio together, and we actually started at Brow Studio in Fashion Valley.
Oh, really? Together?
With each other,
Nice.
yeah, side by side for 8 years.
Oh, wow. That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah.
When did you guys, like, what made you guys decide you're ready to, like, get your own space?
Things just started to go in a different direction, just brand-wise. They were focusing a little bit more on retail, and they had launched a full cosmetic line, and we really wanted to focus on brow artistry, so that's kind of what pushed us.
We just noticed such, like, a big spike in, like, people getting into, like, skincare, people getting into brows, like, coming into Sola, like, wanting to start their business as an esthetician. And, like, do you have any thought behind, like, the spike in all this? Or, like, what have you seen evolve over the years? Like,
I think social media is probably a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all those reels and like,
Yeah.
and like the ASMR. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many things I'm fascinated by. I'm like, what is this?
Right.
Like, I want to like specialize in that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be a big part of it too. And then maybe just people kind of getting that entrepreneurial drive and just wanting to create something on their own. So it's a great way to start and build your own business for sure.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
we love that. Social media is so huge these days. It's crazy.
Massive.
Yeah, I know
like
you guys
said.
are pretty good on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It
It
helps.
has to be.
It helps connect everybody. It keeps like your clients involved, and
Yeah.
there's a lot that's come from it as well, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
There's
totally.
so much creativity as
I'm
well.
not good with the reels yet.
I'm still learning your
Yeah, I
too.
haven't gotten there.
I just feel like the algorithm for Reels is like huge, you know, like
Yeah.
they just put it right in your face. Like you remember when Instagram first started and you were just scrolling and it was just all pictures of like your friends and like their business or like their business, you know, like you're just like, there's still photos and now you're like just getting a bunch of Reels over and over. And it could be cool, but it also is like, how did, I don't even follow this person.
Yeah.
I know, it's like you like one dog video and then that's all that pops up.
Right, exactly.
It's like, how did I
Ain't
get
mad
here?
about that,
For
yeah.
like 3 hours, all I'm watching is like chihuahuas.
Right.
I know. We were just talking about how you do my friend Erin's brows and how she just got married. Well, I was in her wedding and I was just always looking up stuff for her on Instagram, like Pinterest, like ideas. Like one of my tasks was to, this is so off topic, I'm sorry, but to find her shoes for the wedding. And so for months, my Instagram was just like wedding stuff, like shoes, jewelry, dresses. I'm like, I need to change this.
Yeah, right.
Get off my feet.
You need to
Your
start
wedding's
liking
over.
more Chihuahua videos.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you change it.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just searching dog.
Dogs,
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah. Yeah, on our Sola page, like all I see is reels of like just beauty industry stuff, which is awesome. But it's like, yeah, I like to see the still photos too. I'm
Yeah.
an OG Instagram user.
Yeah. I know we mentioned that you got into Reiki. Are you like, can you just first explain what it is to people who don't know?
Yeah, so Reiki stands for Universal Life Energy, and it's essentially moving stagnant energy in the body. So if you're familiar with the chakra system, it's a great way to help align your chakras and help release any blockages that you've been holding in your body energetically. So I was called to Reiki actually more for personal reasons, just working with lots of people. I feel like I'm very sensitive to energy, and a lot of times by the end of the week or even the end of the day, I'd be so drained after communicating with my clients and working with them and kind of taking on some of their stresses. So, you know, on a personal level, I was like, I kind of need to learn to protect my energy. I'm very into spirituality and kind of that whole realm too, so it was something else to geek out on and expand. But the more I started to learn from my mentor, it's not so much about protecting yourself as opposed to just knowing how to center yourself again. Because the more you put those walls up and that intention of wanting to really protect yourself and hold things away from you, you're kind of a magnet for negative energy. More things are going to come in.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you just kind of relax and you're able to transmute that and just let go, then you're able to navigate things a little bit easier. So
That's so important for you guys in the beauty industry. I feel like because you guys are just everyone's therapist, like even if you want to be or not want to be, like it just comes naturally that like you're their go-to person for however long the service is. So I think that's so important. This is also kind of, I mean, I know I chatted with a girl in our La Jolla location and she's also Reiki certified, and she finds a way to like incorporate that into doing hair with her clients and wants to kind of merge everything. Is that something in your future, or are you, or what's...
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's still evolving, how I'm going to incorporate that into treatments, but I feel like I'm showing up differently already. So even though I'm not necessarily adding it on as an extra service right now, I feel like my treatments and experiences with my clients have changed in a positive way as well. Yeah.
That's awesome. Is Reiki a new sort of form of like a new certification that people can get? Like, or has it been around for a long time? Like, I guess
it's been around for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like the first time. Yeah. Like, you heard of it?
Yeah.
I'm just... Yeah, I'm
guys, you know.
Yeah, I need some Reiki.
It's a rise in popularity, though. I think it's becoming
cool.
a little more common, a little bit more, not as woo-woo, I guess. I feel like everything in the spiritual realm has kind of become more mainstream, which is cool. It sheds light on a lot of different modalities that people haven't considered before.
That's awesome.
So
I've done yoga. You've taught yoga as well. Like I feel like Reiki would be right up my alley as well.
I never got into Reiki, but
you teach yoga?
I did, yeah. Well, I taught yoga, and then I really got into yoga sculpt, so that's what I did for like years and years, and then I got in my 30s and I get more tired, and so I haven't been. I actually just stopped last year, but yeah, I do miss it, and I would love to like connect more and like get away from sculpt and get back on the like more spiritual path of it, because I feel like I lost that a lot teaching, so... Yeah, I love hearing that you're incorporating all this with your clients and your services and all that. You said you mentioned rather that you've noticed like a shift in your relationship with your clients from it. Can you like elaborate a little?
Yeah, I think I feel like I'm showing up with my cup full.
I love that.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not drained throughout the day, but I'm also able to just spill over and just give all of that to my clients and still have my energy for me as well.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I guess we're starting to like wrap it up a little bit, but we were talking about how we're seeing just so many new estheticians coming into Sola and starting up their own business. What would be like your biggest word of advice for them, or something that you've learned, or I guess the most important thing you've learned like starting up a business? You can probably go on forever.
I know.
You're like, what can I pick?
You can hit us with 3 if you want.
I think initially, as like cliche or cheesy as this sounds, take the leap. 100%. Like if something's calling to you where you maybe have an idea that you want to be a business owner, or that entrepreneur lifestyle is like kind of tempting you, do it. Just absolutely take that leap. And I promise you, it's just all going to pan out, and things are always okay. They just always work out the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I think initially putting yourself out there like that, I know for me, taking that leap and having most of my clients follow me was just such a big confidence booster that they were coming to me specifically for my services, not whatever business I was working for. And I love that.
That's awesome. I love that.
That's awesome.
I have one more thing. For sure.
Yeah,
I have one more thing because we're approaching the holiday season. Can be very stressful for a lot of people, and it's the busy season for estheticians and hairstylists. What is a word of advice to, other than Reiki? Everyone should be doing Reiki this time of year, but what is a piece of advice you would give them to like mitigate that stress and just like keep a calm head, I guess?
I'll share 2 things.
Okay.
So first, breathe.
Yes.
Focus on your breath, and that's the fastest way to center yourself back into your body and just kind of transmute some of that anxiety or stress.
Yeah.
There's actually 5 principles of Reiki, which I'll say today. So for today only, I will not be angry. For today only, I will not worry. For today only, I will be humble. For today only, I will be honest in my work. And for today only, I will be compassionate with myself and compassionate with others. So that's something that you can say every single day and any point throughout your day as well. So if you're starting to feel that stress, kind of run through those 5 principles and bring yourself back to the center.
Gosh, I love
that's
that.
awesome. I know.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
I'm like, can we hang out more?
Yeah.
I'll write all these out.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for coming on
This
today.
was so fun.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Hope we can have you back.
Yeah.
I would love
Reoccurring
to.
guest. Yeah, definitely. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for listening. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Also, give us a follow on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thanks, guys.
Bye.